Hey you guys, welcome back to Life with Sharon. And as I was walking around the park today, I was thinking about what the hell is wrong with society nowadays. And it got me thinking about a lot of things in a short amount of time. And here's something that I want to share with you guys and what I am starting to discover about society today in 2025 versus society in 2015. Okay, so I wanted to stop so I could catch my breath and sit down. It's kind of smoky in the air today, so I gotta be careful with my lungs and breathing and sinuses and eyes and all that good stuff. But the problem I have discovered for myself is that in today's society, today's world is so drastically different than even 10 years ago. Like I said, 2015. Look back 10 years ago on your life. And it doesn't matter if you were in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. It doesn't matter. 10 years, one decade, has changed society in such a way that I have sometimes a very hard time connecting and understanding how to flow and move about this world. 10 years ago, people would have conversations with the intention of being real, being raw, being deep, having an opinion. Things really mattered to people. And I mean, you could even take a 23-year-old today and go back 10 years ago, and so they're 13, and things mattered so differently back then. I have a kid who's 25 next month, and so that means he was 15, and the way he was then and the way he interacted with the world and with people then versus today is extremely different. Due to a lot of factors in the last 10 years, being 5 of those being post-COVID era, brought on the acceleration of online communication and a bunch of young influencers and a bunch of garbage, really. A lot of noise, no substance, no depth. In my opinion, that is what has become, quote unquote, the norm and has become normal for everyone. I see that even in senior citizens walking around on their phones. I just like, what? So this is going to tie into what I'm going to say next, which is that quote or that saying that has been going around for God only knows how many decades, but the one where it says, be the bigger person. I think there was definitely a time and place that being the bigger person was definitely something good to do. However, my thoughts on that 10 years ago or even 5 years ago and now today in September of 2025 has greatly changed. Because society has changed so much and how we talk and how we communicate, there is a lack of empathy and compassion a lot of times because people are hiding behind screens. Due to that fact, I strongly believe that fake world of living behind screens and being someone that you're not or an alternate personality of yours kind of filters into the real world and real world connections. For me personally, my last 5 years experience, especially with trying to be the bigger person, especially probably the last 2 years to be more specific in that timeline. So from 2023 to now, literally 2 years, that be the bigger person has failed me. And what do I mean by it failed me? Well, I'm only now discovering in the solitude of my life and just really piecing together the threads of who I am and where I've been and where I'm going and all of that, my little journey. I discovered that being the bigger person for myself led me to tolerate, excuse, and enable other people's terrible behaviors towards me and towards other people. Being the bigger person in the line of work that I used to do also was a problem for the same exact reasons. I allowed myself to be disrespected in multiple ways, not just by clients, but by the employer, company itself. This also bled into personal relationships. And so I'm here to say, if you are still living by the long time ago timelines of quote unquote be the bigger person, I really would like you to reevaluate, sit with that, like really sit with that in today's times, in today's society, and see if that still fits. I'm not saying that there's not a time or a place for being the better person or being the bigger person. I'm just saying, at what cost are you allowing this to continue in your life? Let me know. I'm curious. Has anybody else ever thought that? Like, you know, does being the bigger person mean you're getting abused? Anyways, I hope everybody has a beautiful day, and let me know what you thought about this video on any of the topics in the video. And on that, I'll see you on the other side.